Today is the first cook on the Pitts Spitts Maverick 2000. We're doing something simple, but oh so delicious. This is whole chicken here. Now I did get a chance to test it, the wood cage for the first time. We're putting in some huge chunks of oak in there to add some smoke flavor in it. And if looks tell me anything, this is gonna be absolutely delicious. Let's get into it. What's up, barbecue fans? My name is Jake, and today I'm answering the #1 question in my comments sections right now across a bunch of videos is, hey Jake, when are we gonna see some new content on the Pitts and Spitts? And today is the day. Now, this is not for lack of trying. I really wanted to do this. I did one cook on my own. It has been going down to like 0 Fahrenheit at night. And you know, for 3 weeks, we've had highs of like 9. Sometimes it's gone up to a balmy 25, but it has been extremely windy, and I just did not want to be taking the camera in and out there dealing with that. And you know, I had to get some content, so I'm using my Komodo. It does not mind the wind or the cold or anything. You just get up the temperature. The pellet grill, on the other hand, is a little bit more susceptible to that. So I just didn't feel like messing around with it, not because I didn't want to use it. Let me tell you, there's nothing worse than getting a brand new smoker and then watching the snow not melt for 3 weeks. But today is the day, so we're gonna have a look here. I'm gonna do something super simple. One of the reasons why I got the Pitts and Spitts is because I wanted to play with the smoke cage. And what that is it allows you to put pretty big chunks of wood. It's actually a pretty big cage. I actually have a chunk of wood. I'm gonna show you what we're using here. Just this guy right here. This is a chunk of oak. I just put 4 of these in the smoke cage. And what you do is we've got our firebox and then we've got the smoke cage here. You put one of those straw round fire starters there, and I lit that guy up, and then I put 3 chunks, about the size, a little bit bigger on top of it, and just let it go. Then we filled up our Maverick 2000 with some Bear Mountain barbecue. Pecan pellets, I'm using something that's on the light side, really. I mean, it's about as low as you go until you get into like apple. But as we know, when it comes to a pellet grill, the higher the temperature, the less smoke that you get, right? We've got a very clean fire, and it's just not generating any smoke. So what I want to do is I want to see the smoke cage to see what I can get into this. Now, I did set the Pitts and Spitts to 400 degrees. Traditionally, I would do it a little higher than that, but I want to slow down the cooking just a touch so I can take advantage of that smoke. I'm curious to see how much smoke I can get in there. I'm not expecting miracles, but this was a great way to try it to get started with. So let's get this guy out. This is an air-chilled chicken. We are about 200 degrees, sorry, about 300 degrees right now. So we're waiting for it to come up in temperature. We're gonna get this guy open. Make sure you empty out the inside. Nothing else there to look at. And this is an air-chilled chicken, right? So it's got a little bit of moisture, but not a lot of liquid around it. We want to keep it kind of dry. We're using some John Henry's Texas Chicken Tickler. I love this stuff. And we're just going to put a nice liberal coat all the way around. It's got some pepper in it, got some garlic, some salt, of course. Salt's first. Onion powder, various spicing, some turmeric, some sugar. I mean, it's just a good, sugar's down on the list, but it's just a good, flavorful rub. Love it on chicken. I mean, it's designed for chicken. I wonder why I love it on chicken, but we'll get all our sides here. It's got lots of garlic in it, which I love me some garlic. If you don't like garlic, I'm not sure we can be friends. I generally go through a lot of garlic. I'm also scared of vampires, so it really helps with that. So, with that being said, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna let this guy sit for probably about 15 or 20 minutes. We're gonna let our Pitts and Spitts get up to 400, and then I'm gonna wait another 10 minutes just to get some heat into the bottom grate. Now, I have the expansion grate on the bottom. You've got 3 different stainless steel grates that you can just put in the middle. I also have the original rack. These are gonna get a little bit more heat into them, and honestly, I probably won't use the stock rack very often, if at all. But we're gonna put this right on the bottom. We're gonna put it right over the where the door is for the firebox, and we're gonna let some bottom heat go into this chicken. So while we're waiting for the Pitts and Spitts to come up to temperature, we are gonna put a temperature probe in this guy. We'll get my Typer Sync Gold Duo here, and we'll use one of these. I did change my gloves. It's a clean glove. The battery died on the main camera, so I had to pause for a second, but I am gonna put this in like so, halfway through there, just to kind of track things. And we'll get out our app, set this guy up. All right, you see our temperature is 40 going down to 39 right now. We got some poultry. We're gonna do a whole chicken, and I am not doing that to 165. I'm not even gonna really use the smart cook. I wanna get it up to I'm gonna just leave it 155, but ultimately I'm gonna pull this when the breast is around 150, 152. I will spot check with my instant thermometer just to make sure we've got where we want to go. But since it's the first time I've done a whole chicken on it, we're gonna track it, have a look at it. I'm gonna let this guy kind of do its thing, and then I'll bring you back when we throw it on the Pitts and Spitts. I waited 10 or 15 minutes. Then we put our chicken on the Pitts and Spitts. Nice sizzle coming off those grates on the bottom of that, and a whole bunch of smoke. Normally at 400 degrees you wouldn't see any smoke, but we see a ton of it thanks to the wood cage there, so I'm excited to see how it turns out. Now there's not much for me to do. It's gonna take at least an hour. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go take the dogs for a WLK. They're listening, I can't say that word, and I'll be back in a little bit. Cheers. Check out this thing of beauty. That, my friends, is a delicious looking chicken, if I do say so myself. Nice and crunchy. We have already sat for about 15 minutes. If we look at our cook here, we are currently at 150.9. And if we look at this cook, you can see that it took about an hour and 30 minutes. Now, I had it sitting in here for about 15 minutes, so it took about an hour and 10, 15 minutes. Give you an idea here, I really didn't touch it too much, except for after I took the dogs for a walk. I had to come in and just take a little quick peek. See how it looked, and it was looking good, so I let it keep rolling, and I'm pretty impressed so far. We've let this rest for a good 15 minutes, so it's time to try it out. Pick you up like so. Put this over here. Unfortunately, I hate to break it to you, but you guys are allergic, or you are allergic to chicken, so I can't give you any there, buddy. I know it smells good. The moment of truth has come. Let's dig into it. We'll separate that here. Come along like so. Oh man, tell already it's nice and tender. Man, look at the juiciness there. Take that piece. Give me another cut here. It's actually for my wife, so I'm not even going to get a chance to eat too much of it, but I've got some chicken wings. I'm working on another video. You can see, look, you can see it, a nice tiny bit of a smoke ring. So you know it got some smoke. Tasting is believing though. It's juicy. Oh yeah. Not a ton. Not a ton. But anytime you can get some chicken with some smoke flavor into it and not have rubbery skin, you know it's a good chicken. This guy, I'm actually pretty impressed with. Good first experience. You can see some smoke here. You can taste some smoke. Look, it was an hour and 15 minutes. Ain't that much time. But still added some nice flavor. And overall, we turned out a delicious product. So far, I'm happy. So look, the cold weather's almost gone. At least it's not going below freezing during the day. So that means I'm going to be banging out some cooks on the new Pitts and Spitts. So I need some suggestions. Go in the comments down below. Tell me what you want to see, and I'll hook you up. Thanks as always for watching. I'll see you.